tuned into the most unpredictable podcast on the World Wide Web.
It's about to shut it.
Shut it! It's Say It Loud, hosted by Karen.
Down. Hey!
Across all major platforms, and you are locked in.
You are locked in.
You know what it is. Pour up a glass of wine, ladies. Let the Henny flow, fellas. And get ready to turn the fucking meter up to lip scatter. It's Karen Hill live on Say It Loud Radio on your favorite internet platform, streaming live.
Yes. Happy motherfucking Friday. It is your favorite girl in GILF, Karen L. What up, yo? How's everybody doing? I love Fridays. I fucking love Fridays, and I love summer Fridays. Makes Friday even fucking better. Like, it couldn't get better. And then you get Say It Loud. You get Say It Louder, and then you get summer fucking Fridays. And the energy, I don't know, the energy just be on 100 summer fucking Fridays. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I've been getting a lot of questions, you guys. I get questions all the time. I get people sliding in my DMs all the time. I'm about to go in on that in a second, because I don't mind questions all the time. I don't mind people picking my brain. I've actually monetized some of that so you guys can pay for it, because fuck y'all, I'll pay for it. I still got student loans, bitches. But I get a lot of questions from women and men about me speaking so vocally and supporting men so openly, and people just asking why, or treating me like I'm some unicorn because I think different. And I thought it would be, I don't know, interesting if I explain to you all my take on it, and why I advocate the way that I do and feel the way I do on certain things, not to sway you and change your mind, but just so that you can get a better understanding of who the fuck I am. So growing up, I was always a tomboy. Can you tell? Can you fucking tell? I was never really a girly girl until I had my daughters. And even my first daughter, I was like, damn, I hope it's a boy. And I love Cheyenne to death, but I was hoping it was a boy. And then when it was time to have Yanni, I was like, damn, I hope it's a boy. So, and then it was another girl, and I was like, fuck it, just make everything pink. Like, fuck it, it is what it is. But I still show them pictures now, and they're like, why you got me dressed like a boy? And I'm like, I fucking still dress like a boy. Fuck is you talking about? So yeah, so if you see me outside and you're like, that's not the Karen L in the pictures, it fucking is, actually. I'm more of, some Air Max and some leggings and a hoodie type of bitch, than I am like the overdone up woman. And I like that. Don't get it twisted, sisters. Like, when y'all look like that, I'd be like, wow, she looks really pretty and that looks really dope. I mean, sometimes I talk shit about the ones that be at the fucking Bronx Zoo in they bang bang shoes. You know, the fuck me shoes. Like, why the fuck you wearing that shit to the zoo? What the fuck is wrong with you? Or your pants so tight, you got a yeast infection. You know we about to walk around this bitch and it's 89 degrees. But that's just me. But I like it. I like to, I admire women that can get up every day and do that. I just don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm well aware of who I am, and I don't move like that. You run into me in the supermarket, ain't gonna be no motherfucking makeup and shit. My nails is always done. My feet is always done. You know what I'm saying? I can get sexy. But my sexy it's more of like a urban, it's just some next shit. It's just some urban, she cute, I underestimated your ass type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I embrace that. I fucking love it, actually. I love being a fucking underdog, because bitch still gonna win. Anyway, so why do I advocate for the men the way I do? So growing up, I was always a tomboy. I always hung out with the boys. I have a brother, and I would always hang out with my brother and his friends. I got a ton of boy cousins that I adore. So I always been with the dudes. Like, I always hung out with the dudes. I never really gravitated towards hanging out with women. It just never, like I just never was tight with girls like that in my life. Like, even the women I'm friends with now, it's very few compared to other people, right? I could count on my hands. And they tend to, a lot of those women think like me and act like me and walk like me and talk like me, in the sense that we gravitate to the same things and think the same way. And some of them have the same experiences I have, as just being more of a tomboy in how they think or how they look or whatever. But I know some bad bitches, but you know what I'm saying. So there's that. And then I got a dad. I love Pablo. Like, you know, Mufasa can't do no wrong in my mind. So I have a dad. I have a brother, as you guys know, who I also adore and love endlessly. And then in my 30s, because y'all know I'm aging myself, I have my son. I finally had my son, and my relationship wasn't in a good place. We both had one leg in, one leg out. I don't know how the fuck I got pregnant, because we wasn't even fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit was just fucked up from then. And I had my son. You know, my mom was like, just focus on having your baby, and if you gotta be by yourself and do it, you know, with the kids, then go ahead and do that, but take care of yourself and focus on that. And I accumulate. So my outlook is an accumulation of those things. But also, to me, being the person that I am is also just holistic. Like, some of it to me, ladies, and I know people gonna be mad at me, some of it to me is just fucking common sense. Some of it is like, yeah, I'm a mother. Like, think about your son. Think about some woman beating on your son, or your dad, or your brother. And then tell me if you think that behavior is acceptable or normal. Because I'm going to tell you bitches right now, somebody start beating on my fucking son. He got 2 older sisters and we got a motherfucking problem. And I will go to jail. I will. You understand? So when you start thinking about that, when it comes to the men in your life and the people that I love, my brothers, my cousins, my uncles, my male friends, you know, you really start to put that into perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I don't appreciate, like, people always are like, Karen, why do you advocate for the men so hard? Right? But I'm a mother. And so when I start thinking about relationships where women are abusing men, the first thing that comes to my mind is my son. Because it be the same motherfucking women that abuse men that be like, nobody better touch my son. But you beating on somebody else's motherfucker. So, bitch, is you stupid or is you dumb? You understand what I'm saying? How are you mad because somebody's mistreating your child, yet you mistreating somebody else's child? This is how we know the grown woman from the not grown woman. Because a grown woman gonna be like, that's somebody's child. You immature bitches, and I mean that sincerely, you immature bitches are gonna be like, nah, it don't work like that. But it does work like that. Emotional abuse to a man is still emotional abuse. Your son is watching. Now he gonna grow up looking for a woman who emulates his mom, who abuses him. Do you understand the cycle that y'all crazy ass bitches is creating in your own goddamn life, and then you wanna blame some motherfucking body else? So Karen, why do you always advocate for the men in your life, or do you advocate for the guys so hard? Because the reality is that whether we have these conversations or not, this is what you're doing to yourselves, to your lives, and to your children. And to your children. And a lot of people don't look at the statistics, but statistically, both men and women tend to get into relationships much like the relationships they saw when they were a child. So as a woman, if you are out here disrespecting your man, smacking him in the face, hitting him, cursing him out, calling him an ain't shit nigga, and your child is in the room, be them male or female, now they are going to grow up and emulate exactly what they see. So yes, somebody needs to advocate and be like, you know what, just because we're women don't make us always right. That doesn't always make us right. And for the men listening, you guys get so used to be like, this bitch is crazy, that you end up being in unhealthy relationships. You end up being physically abused. You end up being emotionally abused. You end up being, financially abused because you think that this is what the norm is. Let me tell y'all motherfucking bitches something. All right, take it how the fuck you want to take it. I will not be encouraging my son. I ain't going to, and I know there's a woman listening to this right now go, but what if he do this and what if he do that? Listen, sis, if he is doing things that is disrespectful to you, that you are unhappy with, that you can no longer be in a relationship, then pack your motherfucking bags and leave. Go to your aunt's house, go to your grandma's house, go to your best friend's house. Get out that motherfucking relationship. I'm not telling you to stay there. But what I am gonna tell you is that me raising my son and me being a mother of a son, I am not letting some woman sit here and emotionally abuse him, or my daddy, or my brother, or any of my male friends. Like, why is you fucking putting up with that shit? Because society tells you that it's okay for a woman to talk to you like that. Your women don't understand. Like, sometimes y'all don't be hitting niggas, and I don't hit men. I don't hit men because I'm about 5'1", and on a good day 135 pounds. I know not to hit that, and the niggas I fuck with, I'm not crazy. You can't have a crazy nigga and be like, I want him to shoot people and beat people up and then want to smack that nigga. That shit don't work, and it's a lack of respect, and grown-ass women don't even need to do that. I haven't had to do that. Okay? But you can't be sitting here, emotionally abusing a man and then expecting for this relationship to work in your favor. And a lot of women think, well, I'm going to just say whatever the fuck I want to say. Emotional abuse is still abuse. It's still abusive. Telling somebody ain't shit, they ain't gonna be shit, fuck you, talking like you ain't got no goddamn motherfucking sense. Speaking down to someone, saying that they better do this or they better do that. You need to understand, when you're in a relationship with someone, it is not a hostage situation. You choose to be there and they choose to be there. If you decide you don't want to be there, then you are free to go, and you need to let people be free to go, and vice versa. If you decide that a person chooses not to be with you anymore because they don't want to, you can't guilt them or hold them hostage. A lot of you women think that, I can hold him hostage. I'm going to hold a baby over him. I'm going to hold a car over him. I'm going to hold the house over him. I'm going to hold this over him. That is a pick-me bitch thing. That's a weak bitch tendency. If you was the bitch you said you was, you wouldn't have to hold nobody hostage. They'd want to motherfucking stay. I'll say that again. If you was the bitch you thought you was, or is, you ain't got to hold nobody hostage. I ain't never had to hold no motherfucking body hostage. Matter of fact, I've left people and they ask me, can they come back? Over and over and over and over for years and years and years and years. That's a bad bitch. That is a bad bitch. A real bad bitch don't need to hold nobody hostage. And the same thing for you fellas. You don't need to hold no woman hostage. She don't want to be there, she ain't got to be there. She don't want to be with you, she ain't got to be with you. This is a selective relationship. This is the only relationship in your life you get to choose. And guess what? If it don't work no more, it don't work no more. But I advocate because these things need to be said. And sometimes y'all motherfucking bitches don't be listening. And then when your relationship is fucked up, or you guys don't be listening and your relationship is fucked up, you like, Karen, I don't understand what happened. You motherfucking bitches don't listen. You somehow you feel society got y'all thinking that, like, I'm the head nigga in charge, not knowing a relationship is 50-50. And so yes, somebody needs to look at us as women and be like, fuck is you doing? So that's what I do. Fuck is you doing? Why are you doing these things? Why are you like this? Where did you learn this behavior from? And why the fuck do you think it's acceptable? So back to what I was saying. I'm not with the shits. I'm not with some woman mistreating my son, or my brother, or my father, or my male friends. I be judging y'all bitches when they date y'all sometimes. Y'all know this. I said it many episodes. I'm not letting somebody physically abuse my son. I'm not letting somebody emotionally abuse my son. Financial abuse is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what you say. Only broke bitches want to fucking financially abuse somebody. Only broke bitches. Bitches that got money. I don't need to fucking abuse nobody financially. Oh, you better give me money for this, or you better, when you get paid, I'm taking this and I'm taking that. Like, fuck is wrong with you, bitch? I don't make my money to give it away. Why do you think somebody else is gonna make their money to give it away to you? Fuck is wrong with you? I want a guy that been to college, drive a brand new car, Bitch, do you have that? Do you have any of that? Because you asking for a tall order. Can you drink it? Could you bring the same things to the motherfucking table? Somebody needs to say this thing. So when people ask me, like, Karen, why you go so hard for the fellas? Please understand, it's not that I don't love women. I love women. I am a woman. It's because I've gone through my weak bitch tendency phase. I've learned enough about myself, up my game in my own life, and so secure in my motherfucking skin that I can now call out some shit that I see and be like, yo, sis, you need to change that. Not just for him or her or whatever kind of relationship you're in, but for your motherfucking self. Like, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Be a better person. Be a better woman. Be a better person to be in a relationship. Understand it's 50-50. And if you learn the wrong shit growing up, then guess what? You at an age now, and my demographic's 35 to 44, so we fucking grown-ass people. You have learned in your life where you need to make those changes, and then you need to consciously make those motherfucking changes. Because a lot of people is walking around here, am the way that I am. No, bitch, we are ever illusion type of person, we're ever evolving species, which means that we're constantly growing and changing. You can grow and you can change, and you can get out of your motherfucking weak bitch phase. You could do that. A lot of guys, and I said this in Weak Bitch Tendencies, a lot of guys out here are dating women or married to women or got baby mamas who are women, with women who are still in their weak bitch tendency phase. Because they think that that's acceptable. They think that's the way they're supposed to be. They watch this fucking fuckery on TV. Don't get me started on that shit. They watch this fucking fuckery on TV. It's fuckery. I like TV. I don't watch it much. And I'm all for writing some shit because y'all know I'm multifaceted and talented. But it's fuckery. And they take that shit, social media, and they think it's real. And so now you want to implement the fuckery that you see on TV into your relationship with probably what might be a good person and turn them into this fucking fuck shit that you see. Fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Who raised you? Why do you think that shit is motherfucking acceptable? And I know there's a woman right now listening to this, but men do this and men do that, and this is why women do. I'm not talking about all that shit, bro. Let's just keep this episode to this episode. I'm not saying every man is perfect. I'm not saying that. I've been married, I've been divorced, I dated, we broke up. It's not the right man for me. I understand that. Not everything clicks. Not everything is perfect, but I'm talking about you personally as a woman, and what you bring to the table and what you bring to the relationship, and then wondering why I advocate the way that I do, because nobody ever told y'all that some of the shit that you fucking think and some of the shit that you fucking do is un-motherfucking acceptable. And I know there's people listening to the episode going, psst, ain't me. It might be you, bitch. It might be you, sir. I don't fucking know. You might gotta tag a motherfucker and be like, you know what, bitch? You need to listen to this because you're abusive. You're unfair. Matter of fact, let's talk about something else, because we don't advocate for men enough. I just posted something on Instagram today, and I was like, you know what? We need to celebrate self-care for men, because we always celebrating self-care for women. Go get a massage. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. You know what I mean? Go hang out with your friends, have brunch, go drink, ladies. And I'm all for that shit. People, I'm all for self-care and, you know, prioritizing taking care of yourself. But we don't never celebrate men doing that for themselves. You know, we never say for Father's Day, instead of buying him fucking socks and some undershirts and some underwear, let him go get a massage. Let him go get a facial because his face has been breaking out. Let's buy him some skincare products. Let's run the bathtub. You know what I mean? We don't do that because we think men have to be so masculine that they can't enjoy self-care. And that's also some fucked up shit. Like, sir, go ahead and get a pedicure. It's okay. Your feet need to get done. I'm saying don't fucking, I'm not one for the polish and the colors, but go get your feet done. Some women might like it. It's not really for me, but go ahead and enjoy that. Go ahead and enjoy your space in the house. You might need to go to your room and just be like, you know what, I need to lay down for an hour. I want to watch TV for an hour. I want to fuck around on my phone. I want to draw. I want to color. I want to sketch. I want to play my video games. And giving him that space. I see some women too that they be like, nah, I got to be his best friend. I got to follow him to the gym. I got to follow him to work. I got to follow him to his best friend's house. I got to text him when he get there. Like, yo, sis, I understand that's your dick. I do. I respect that, but why can't you respect that man enough to give him some space so he has an identity outside of his relationship with you? Oh, that's the lawnmower. I'm outside recording. Huh? There are some women that don't let a nigga breathe. They don't let a nigga breathe. And I'm wondering, is it because they don't trust the man? Or is it because they're so insecure about themselves? Sometimes, ladies, and this doesn't have to be, this could be in any type of relationship. Okay, I just tend to talk about heterosexual relationships because I know. But this could be any kind of relationship. Your partner needs an opportunity to fucking miss you. They need an opportunity to come home and tell you how their day was. If you're always fucking there and you don't let them ever have any time and space to their self, then how the fuck I'm supposed to tell you how my day was? Bitch, you was there. Sometimes we don't allow that. Karen, again, why do you always advocate for the men? You go so hard for the dudes. Why you don't go so hard for the women? First of all, mad people go hard for the women. Half the time, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Second of all, again, when we talk about women and relationships, we never put the blame on the women. We never say, well, you know what, you need to give that man space. We never say like, yo, you've done turned crazy. We never say like, you let yourself go. We never say that shit to ourselves. We always under this impression that we perfect. And you don't understand why a man don't want to be with you because you perfect. You never poke holes at maybe the ideals that you brought from your last relationship don't work in this one. And so this man is suffering because of the baggage that you brought from experience that he wasn't even around for. Right? We never think that, yo, I met a woman with a child. And now this woman is putting this responsibility of this child on me. And while I don't mind as a man being supportive, she's not understanding. I myself have never had to raise a child. There's dudes in that situation right now. Right? You trying to build a family with somebody that you had a family with before, and now this new guy got to come in and take on, and you giving him all the heat from the other guy. Like, he didn't have nothing to do with this. It happens. Or there's women that say, you get with someone and you're like, damn, I'm this certain amount of age, I want to have another kid, and you're putting a pressure on a man that was like, bro, I was just chilling with her and I enjoyed her company, but you're not listening to what he wanted. He's not ready for this. Now you pressuring him. Instead of saying, you know what, if this is not what you want, I might not be the person that you need to be with. And so when I'm advocating, it's not advocating because I feel like women don't have a voice or shouldn't have a voice in a relationship. What I'm advocating for is, as women, that we look at ourselves a little differently, right? And that we look at the relationships that we want differently and the people that we want differently, and understand that it is a 50-50 ground, and that somebody needs to have a voice and say certain shit. And that's just what the fuck I do. And some people don't like it. I'm sorry. Some people don't drink they fucking Henny straight. I don't know what to tell you. It don't change the fact that I am who I am, and you could take this all with a grain of salt. There's a lot of people out here giving relationship advice. And it's the same fucking advice I hear over and over again. It's women giving women advice, it's men giving men advice. But why don't we fucking take the time to understand that we need to understand who we are as people and what we bring in our relationships before we decide to fucking have a relationship with someone and then wonder why the fuck it's fucked up and put the blame on somebody else. That is how you know you've grown out of your weak bitch tendency. When you look at yourself and you say, what have I put into this? Where was I at fault in this situation? And what could I do to make myself a better person so that I could be better in the next relationship that I'm in? And I'm going to tell y'all, you're fucking listening, Karen. I'm not saying I'm the end all be all and I know everything. I'm saying that if in order for us to be adults and be healthy and have healthy relationships, we need to communicate, but more importantly, we need to reflect on who we are. And so, yeah, I advocate heavy for the dudes. I advocate heavy for one because in my life, they've always been super supportive. I told y'all, like, there's women out here be like, I don't meet good men. And I'm like, I don't understand. I meet good men all the time. I meet nice guys all the time. But sis, also, if you don't meet good men, You probably need to take a look at yourself. You know, because like attracts like. I meet good dudes. I meet cool people. I meet really nice men, actually. They cool people. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling them. I don't want that type of relationship with them. But I meet good dudes. They all got good jobs. They got good careers. They take care of their kids. They travel. They got pets. You know what I'm saying? Grown people shit. I meet them. They cool people. They're not my person. I haven't met my person. But I meet cool people. So if you're saying to yourself, well, I haven't met the people that you're talking about, Kay, or I don't know what it is, you might got to check yourself. Because like attracts like. So if you only attracting shit, then, or flies, maybe you shit. I don't know. I don't mean to say it like that, but it is what it is. If you go into certain places where that's the type of dudes that are there, then that's the type of woman you are too, because that's where the fuck you going. Right? You meet a different type of dude at brunch on Sunday than you do in the club on Friday, Saturday night. I'm just saying. Not to say I don't go out Friday, Saturday. I'm just saying. You understand? So you got to understand where you're putting yourself. But even before we get to that, again, I want to stay on topic here. Karen, why are you always advocating for the dudes? Why are you going so hard? I'm telling you why. Because we've become a society of people that think that, like, especially women particularly, have come to like, nah man, I'm the table and I do this and I do that. And we've almost made it in society. And I get it. There's somebody who's going to say, but men are supposed to pursue the woman, and he's supposed to take care of his wife, and he's supposed to take care of his lady, and he's supposed, like Kevin Samuels talking about a man should pay for everything. And he can't check a bitch if he don't have nothing to check a bitch with. That's the quote that I saw, the snippet that I saw. I should have pulled the audio for you. The fuck is this nigga talking about, yo? First of all, let me just let y'all know, and I'm gonna let y'all go soon because we almost at half hour of this shit. But first of all, Kevin Samuels is a shock jock. That's what I think. I think he intentionally says things and does things for a response because he knows that response is going to drive his numbers up. That's the first thing. Secondly, I don't know about other bitches. I don't know about you other bitches. But can't no nigga check me just because he got more chips than me. Fuck you. I don't sell pussy. I never have, and I never will. So him saying something like, well, you can't check a bitch because you have nothing to check her with. Nigga, my Negro, you can't check a bitch like me, period. Because I don't need your motherfucking money. What he's saying is, if you have enough money, you could keep a bitch and you could check a bitch because she ain't got shit, so she can't say shit. My nigga, if you don't suck my imaginary big energy, big black dick right now, are you fucking stupid? I will never be held hostage by some fucking chips. You will not hold a house, a car, or anything that is tangible with money over my motherfucking head. Never. Period. The only thing you can hold over my motherfucking head is my mama, my daddy, and my kids. That's it. That's it. So, with that said, why do I advocate for the men? Because that idea of ideals and thinking is stupid. Is a man supposed to pay for everything? I don't know about you people that live all over the world. I know in motherfucking New York there's, I don't know what that man could possibly make a year where he could pay for every single bill at the rate shit costs in New York. You encouraging every dude out here to either go get a corporate job, and I say it that many times because we already got race relations in this country, education issues in this country, debt issues in this country, social economic issues in this country, and now you telling that man that he only carries weight when he makes enough money to pay all the motherfucking bills for her. Are you fucking crazy? You just disrespected half of the population. And again, Mr. Samuels, who's supposedly a high-valued man, you just devalued half of the men that's out here. Somebody has to fucking advocate. That's what you did. So what you telling me, the guy that picks up the garbage or the blue-collar worker ain't worth no respect from a woman because he can't pay all the bills? Y'all ever dated a drug dealer? He pays all the fucking bills. Let me tell you how that works. He pays all the fucking bills. From a woman perspective. And you drive a nice car. And your kids got nice clothes. And half of your life you can't go to sleep at night because you don't know if he's going to come home or not. Whether you're going to get a call that he's dead or you're going to get a call that he's locked up. That's how that works. That's how that works. So to the women who are saying, well, yeah, he's right. Men need to pay for everything and take care of everything. You are devaluing your relationship right there because you are putting a monetary value on the person supposedly that's going to love you and be there for you. And I will tell you something else, both men and women in those situations. I know dudes that make a ton of money. I have actually been asked out, proposed to, all kind of crazy shit by people that have money. Just because a dude has money, ladies, I'm talking to y'all because I'm speaking from the female perspective. And I know dudes that have hollered at me with dough. That, like, I'll send a car to pick you up. We could fly out tomorrow type shit. Like, it's crazy some of the shit that gets offered to me. I respect it. I like it. But I'm not doing it. And I'm going to tell you why. Just because a dude got money don't mean he a good dude. You wonder why? And I'm not going to touch on Nick Cannon. I actually think he must be very charming to have 7 kids. He got to be. And all the women are beautiful. He got to be. But you got to understand the reality that just because somebody has a lot of money doesn't make the character of the person. And I'm not saying Nick's a bad person. I don't know him. I'm just saying that it doesn't make the character of the person any better. You get beat in the Benz, you get beat in the Audi, you get beat in the Hyundai. You still getting beat. You getting robbed. She's taking advantage, and vice versa for men. Because sometimes men be like, nah, I got money now, I'm going to go after the big booty bitch. Go ahead. Because you too have now just made your relationship something that's tangible based on something that's not real. And then when shit really do happen in your life and shit happen to your mom and your dad and your kid and that nigga ain't there or that bitch ain't there for you, then you wanna be like they wasn't shit from the giddy up. You knew they wasn't shit from the giddy up. You knew that your relationship was based on all this frivolous shit. Think about that. We need to be real with ourselves. So again, Karen, why do you advocate so hard? Why do you rock with the dudes? So it's not that I'm discrediting women. I love women. I think they're beautiful creatures. I think we are beautiful creatures. I think healthy relationships are possible. I think people can love each other without strings, without ties, without making it financial and economical and physical and all that other thing. You could just wholeheartedly like fuck with someone and be like, that's my peoples. But you have to understand who you are and what your ideals are and what your expectations are that you're bringing into that relationship. Right? And some of this is not just relationship based. It's like, Karen, why you go so hard for dudes? It's not just relationship based as men and women and partners. Some of it is just your friends. Like, your friends just need to be good people to you. Some of it is, what are your ideals about men and where did that come from? How are you raising your sons? My mom said something to my son the other day. I was in the kitchen cooking some tacos and I told my son come take over the spoon so I could go do the rest of the thing and cook the meat. And my mom was like, good, I'm glad to see him cooking because I don't want some woman to like not feed him. And I was like, yo, why does my son learning to cook have anything to do with a fucking woman? I had to bring that up. And I love my mom to death, but I get her old school mentality. Why is my son learning to cook have anything like, yo, you don't want to have to wait for a woman to feed you? My nigga, I'm not teaching my son to wait for a woman to feed him. I'm teaching him you got to learn how to cook to take care of yourself. Period. A woman come or go don't got nothing to do with you need to eat every day. Fuck. It's not about her. I'm teaching my son been doing his laundry for the last he's 11. He been doing his laundry all by himself for like the last maybe 2-3 years because he started playing basketball and I had to teach him how to use the washing machine so he could wash his basketball clothes. I don't wash it for him. And now he takes karate. I don't wash his karate clothes for him. When he comes in and he's hot and he's sweating, he know what he needs to do. The barber comes to the crib and cuts my son's hair. He knows what to do. When the barber's done cutting his hair, he gets the vacuum, he cleans the floor. I don't got to tell him to do it. He knows what to do. All right, I'm raising my son. I told somebody this the other day. I'm raising my son to take care of himself, to take care of his home, to take care of his body, to take care of his mental well-being for himself. It's not even about bitches. It's for himself. But we put so much emphasis, like a man got to learn how to cook, so no woman got to cook for him. How about, nigga, you need to get an apartment and live on your own, and you need to know how to feed yourself. How about that? My son come with me to the supermarket. We food shopping together. I'm teaching him how to buy what you want. Does this make sense? Do that make sense? So that if it don't have to be a woman. Because the way society says it, it's like, if you don't have a woman, who the fuck gonna do it? And I'm not raising my son to think that way. I'm raising my son to say, you know what? You got to take care of yourself. And if somebody comes along that you love and you want to share your life with, then go ahead and share your life with them. But you're not sitting here waiting for someone to wash your clothes for you. You're not sitting here waiting for someone to teach you how to feed you so you could eat. I had this conversation with a young man the other day because I asked him, what do you know how to cook? And he was like, nobody ever taught me. I was like, but you got kids. What are you going to do on the day that they mom not around? And you gotta feed them. Like, so for the women that are like, yo, you go hard for the dudes, it's not from the perspective. Y'all know I'm an educator, and I particularly work with black and brown males. It's not about just your relationship as a woman and a man and making that shit work. It's about raising men and taking care of men in a way that they're respected in our communities. It's respecting each other. It's teaching our sons to respect their dads and their stepdads and their grandfathers. It's about celebrating the men that make it to 70 and 80 and 90. It's about giving the same way we want self-care and respect for women, that we're giving that same respect back to our partners and to the people that are around us. And understanding that some of the things that we're doing are unhealthy and unacceptable, and that we need to turn around and make those changes. Period. Because our daughters are watching. Our sons are watching. And a lot of people are like, Karen, again, you go so hard for the dudes. What about the women? Our daughters are watching. Your daughter, 9 times out of 10, is going to have a relationship, ladies and gentlemen, like the relationship she sees you in. They tend to gravitate towards the relationships they see. So whether it's from the male perspective or the female perspective, at the end of the day, people are watching. What are you teaching? What are you teaching? So it's good enough for your child to not be mistreated, but it's not good enough for you to turn around and understand that that man is somebody else's child. And again, if that man is beating you, he's a drunk, he's fucked up, he's doing shit that you don't like, then that's not the relationship for you. That is not the person for you. It's okay to say, I love someone, but that's not the person for me. And walk and go and pack and leave and start over as many times as you need to. Instead of sitting there and saying that this is acceptable and this is okay, and causing, inflicting emotional abuse on yourself and your child who's watching that shit. If you curse at your kid, they come to school and they curse. You in a fucked up relationship, that's what they see as a relationship. That's what they emulate. That's what they gonna do. So again, yes, I go hard for the dudes because I'm raising one. I go hard for the dudes because I'm a sister. I go hard for the dudes because I'm a daughter. I go hard for the dudes because 80% of my friends are male. And I sit and I watch these situations that they are in and that they go through, and I have a motherfucking opinion. And like I said, some of them cause shit on themselves, but a lot of times there be times where I just be like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Child support, alimony, nonsense, this, that. Like, yo, like, ladies, like, sometimes somebody need to fucking check you. Are you really serious? And it's crazy because, like, women are, men already feel. Just so you know, ladies, they already feel when there's a breakup, they're going to get the shitty end of the stick. Right? They already feel, I'm going to get the shitty end. I'm going to have to pay child support. I'm going to have to pay alimony. I'm going to pay for the divorce. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose my car. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose. Guys already feel. Society has it. They already going to be fucked up. You know what I mean? And then we have women that are like, you know what? He did this to me. I'm going to fuck him up worse. And then it's all about emotion instead of about being practical. And again, when you are 18, 19, 20 and your prefrontal cortex, and I say this all the time, isn't fully developed, I will let that ride because you don't understand. You can't differentiate your emotions from your rational thinking. But when y'all now like 35 and 40, you get to a certain fucking age, like, bro, it's okay to just be like, yo, this isn't for me. There doesn't need to be animosity. There doesn't need to be fighting and arguing all the time. It just has to be like, you know what? This is not the best thing for us. Not for you, not for me, and that's that. This is not what I need right now. It's okay to say that. If a woman say that to a man, it's okay. And he gotta eat the L. But if a man says that to a woman, all hell fucking breaks loose. And that's emotional. That's not physical. That's not a physical thing. It's not a logical thing. It's emotional, because here's that woman feeling like, oh hell no, he can't break up with me. I'm gonna break up with him before he break up with me. That's a power struggle. That's a weak bitch tendency. A fully secure woman is gonna be like, you know what? I understand. And as much as it hurts, you're gonna hold that fucking shit together. I'm about to give classes how not to be a weak bitch. You be folding. You be letting your emotions get the best of you all the time. And again, when you get to a certain age, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to pull that shit together. You got to snap out of it, and you got to fucking be rational with the situation. Your pride hurt or your heart broken? Which one? Because 90% of the time, it's just your fucking pride. It's your fucking pride. Your pride hurts. And so because your pride, and men, y'all do this shit too, but, you know, your pride hurts. And so you want to be vindictive because your pride got hurt or your emotions got hurt. So now I got to hurt back somebody else. That's a fucking immature way to think. So when people sit and they ask me and they're like, Karen, yo, you go hard for the dudes and you always advocating and like you speak on our behalf, and what about the women and stuff like that? It goes back to the same thing. Like, I love women. I am a woman. I think a woman's a beautiful creature. I want to be spoiled too. I ain't gonna lie. But I want to spoil somebody else. I want to spoil my partner in having a partner. You spoil me, I spoil you. You treat me, I treat you. You cook dinner, I wash the dishes. We make money. We build businesses. Instead of being in these fucking one-sided relationships that are fucked up and nobody want to tell y'all. Because y'all fucking ideals is shit, or your ideas is shit, or whatever the case may be. Because the reality is, if you're following all this advice that people fucking give you, Kevin's, whatever the fucking Samuel's name is, the shit you see on Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives and all that, half of us gonna end up single because the reality is just not there. That's the truth. Real people, everyday people, don't live like that. And that's just it. So we got to make conscious decisions for the everyday people with the real shit and the real problems and the blended families and all that kind of shit, who got decent jobs but ain't rich enough to pay all the fucking bills they sell, and have conversations and still love those people the way they needed to be loved and respected, and advocate for each other. And that's what the fuck I'm doing. So if you ask me again, I know it's like, Karen, this episode's not funny. Bro, it's not funny. It's not, because this shit is not funny. But, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I advocate for the men. That's why I do what I do. It's not to make women feel bad. I love y'all. It's to make us better women. It's to make healthier moms. It's to make healthier relationships, friendships, and be better people. And, you know, it's just real. It's just real. So if you can swallow it, it's okay. And if you can't, I don't know. But whoever listening to this, if you're listening to someone and they need to hear it because you're like, yo, this tapped into exactly what I'm feeling, then go ahead and tag them, share it with them. You know, the more the merrier. If you're looking for me, you can find me all over social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on all that shit, Pinterest, Snapchat. I don't really be on my Snapchat. There, for all things Karen L and Say It Loud, you can go to our website, www.sayitloud.com. Definitely shop all of our lovely sponsors. They got discounts for you. There's links on my website as well as in my Instagram bios to all of our lovely sponsors. Shout out to you. I hope y'all not mad at me for this. If you are, suck my big dick energy And I'll see y'all next week. We out.
Hit me.
Please be clear, we are popping it off.
Flex your fingers, and type up www.saidloud.com now. And stay in tune with everything. Karen L is on the World Wide Web.